singer who Simon described as having a voice like liquid gold.
Which, coincidentally, is also what Simon uses to wash his face. Liquid gold. It's Alice Fredenham.
When Alice Fredenham first stepped onto Britain's Got Talent stage, she captured the hearts of many. Her haunting rendition of My Funny Valentine left the judges speechless. And even the famously tough Simon Cowell called her audition one of the best he had ever seen. But then just as quickly as she captured the spotlight, she seemed to vanish from it. So where exactly did Alice Fredenham go? What really happened to the singer? Join us as we uncover the mysterious journey of one of Britain's Got Talent's most memorable stars, Alice Fredenham's journey to stardom. Alice Fredenham began her journey like many people with a big dream, hoping her voice could carry her into the spotlight. There was something soft and deeply emotional about her, something that made people stop and listen. She had a quiet charm that touched hearts across the world. But just as quickly as she captured everyone's attention, she disappeared from view, leaving fans wondering what had happened. Many remember Alice for her unforgettable audition on Britain's Got Talent, where she was described as having a voice like liquid gold. "Your voice is like liquid gold." The Voice UK. But that wasn't the first time she stepped into the world of television talent shows. Back in the year 2013, at the age of 28, Alice first appeared on The Voice UK. She walked onto the stage looking calm on the outside with her eyeliner perfectly done and a shy smile, but underneath she was a bundle of nerves. She sang the classic jazz song, "The Lady is a Tramp," hoping to impress the judges and start her journey to stardom. But to her surprise and heartbreak, not one judge turned their chair. The silence that followed was painful. The kind that makes your stomach drop and your confidence crumble. Alice left the stage that day feeling crushed, with only the sound of rejection echoing in her mind. But instead of giving up, that painful moment lit a small fire inside her. She wasn't ready to quit just yet. Later that same year, she made a bold decision. She auditioned for Britain's Got Talent. This time she kept it a secret. She didn't tell her parents. She didn't tell her friends. Not even her boyfriend knew. It was her private mission. A quiet hope that maybe, just maybe, things would turn out differently. Liquid gold. Yet, there was one major challenge standing in her way: her fear of performing in front of people. Alice didn't just get nervous like most performers. Her stage fright was intense. Her hands would shake. Her voice would lock up. Her mind would tell her she wasn't good enough, even though deep down she had something truly special. Then came the night that changed everything. When she walked onto the BGT stage and began singing My Funny Valentine, something magical happened. The nerves melted away. The audience sat in stunned silence, and the judges looked at her as if they were seeing something rare and beautiful. Her voice was soft but powerful, smooth but filled with emotion. Even Simon Cowell, known for his sharp critiques and tough attitude, leaned in and watched her closely. And when she finished, he said something unforgettable. He called her voice liquid gold. That single performance changed everything. Overnight, the video of her audition spread across the internet like wildfire. Millions of people watched it. They didn't just hear her voice. They felt it. It was like listening to a secret being whispered into the heart. Fans everywhere believed she had what it took to win the whole show. But fame can be a heavy weight to carry. When Alice returned for the semifinals, everything was different. The pressure was much greater. Everyone expected her to deliver something just as magical, if not more. Unexpected change. But behind the scenes, things were going wrong. She had practiced one song, but suddenly producers asked her to sing something else at the last minute. That unexpected change completely threw her off balance. Her old fear came crashing back. On stage, she looked nervous again, though her voice still had beauty. "For me, it's like, you're not good enough." That's where I think most of this nervousness comes from. But the sparkle from her first performance wasn't there. The magic felt dimmed, and in the end the judges didn't send her through. Just like that, the girl with the golden voice was out of the spotlight. Fans were heartbroken. So many people had fallen in love with her unique sound and gentle presence. But even though she lost the competition, many believed this was only the beginning of her music career. People waited for announcements, an album, a tour, interviews, anything. Disappearance. But those never came. What really happened to Alice? Did she vanish from the spotlight? Let's find out. Fredenham's disappearance. After Alice Fredenham's unforgettable audition on Britain's Got Talent, many people believed she was about to become the next big star. The way she sang with such emotion and grace left both the judges and the audience completely spellbound. For a brief moment, it truly felt like her life was about to change forever. And behind the scenes, things seemed to be moving in that direction, too. Big names in the music industry had taken notice. Not long after her audition aired, there were reports that Sony Music had offered Alice a demo deal. This wasn't a full recording contract, but it was a major opportunity, one that many Britain's Got Talent contestants never get. The goal was to see if she could record a full album and become a successful commercial artist. Alice went into the studio and began recording, but as quickly as the door had opened, it started to close again. The album never got finished. Sony chose not to move forward with the project. There was no official explanation, but insiders hinted that her music didn't quite match what the label wanted at the time. Alice had a unique old-fashioned jazz voice, beautiful and soulful, but not the upbeat pop sound that the label was chasing. Anxiety. She didn't fit the mold of the modern music industry. And because of that, the deal quietly faded away. For Alice, this wasn't just a professional disappointment. It hit her on a deeply personal level. From the very beginning, she had been nervous about performing in public and stepping into the spotlight. Her journey on Britain's Got Talent had been emotionally intense. So, when the one chance she had to build a real career slipped away, it brought back all the hurt from her earlier loss in the semifinals of the show. Still, she didn't give up right away. Over the next year, Alice continued making music on her own, trying to keep her dream alive. But without the backing of a major label or the constant buzz from television, the excitement began to fade. Slowly, she started pulling back from the public eye. Her official website stopped getting updates and eventually disappeared. Her social media pages, once filled with messages to fans, went silent. And most puzzling of all, there was no goodbye message, no official statement, no announcement about taking a break or retiring. She simply vanished. Fans were left confused and concerned. What had happened to the woman whose voice once brought millions to tears? As it turned out, there was more going on behind the scenes than anyone realized. In interviews she gave after the show, Alice talked honestly about the anxiety she felt before performing. She described suffering from extreme stage fright, so intense that she would get panic attacks that made her physically sick before singing in front of people. The spotlight. Many admired her bravery in opening up about this. But it also became clear that the constant stress and pressure of a music career were taking a heavy toll on her. The spotlight, the demands of the industry, and the need to always be online and visible were just too much. The music business had started to shift toward a world of social media. Constant updates and self-promotion, things that didn't come naturally to Alice. Even though she had a loyal fan base and the ability to connect with people through her voice like few others could, the business side of things felt impossible for her to manage. By the year 2016, Alice had almost completely disappeared from the internet. Her album was still available for sale, but there were no new songs, no shows, and no news. For those who had followed her journey from the very beginning, from the moment she first stepped nervously onto the Britain's Got Talent stage, her quiet disappearance was heartbreaking. People weren't sure if she had taken a break or left the music world for good. But looking back, it seems likely that mental health played a bigger role in her withdrawal than most people realized. Alice never spoke openly about her condition, but the signs were familiar. Many artists who are suddenly thrust into the spotlight without proper support feel overwhelmed by the pressure, the criticism, and the fear of failure. When rejection is added to that mix, it can lead to exhaustion, anxiety, and a deep loss of creative motivation. And so, just like that, Alice Fredenham, The singer who once made an entire audience hold its breath with a single note fell silent.